Welcome back to another episode of TriRealHard. You may have seen on my Instagram account, also TriRealHard, that I picked up some more gold bling for the Diamond Back Ascent. So I have got some Risk titanium gold bottle cage bolts from Amazon. About £10. They had this tape over them, so they were an Amazon warehouse deal. That's a good tip. If you search for Amazon warehouse deals on Amazon, then it actually brings up a whole new area for you to search within, and it's basically customer returns, things like damaged packaging. So there's a few dents on the box and it had tape around it, which meant it was 10 instead of £15, something like that. So we've got 6 of those, which should be perfect because I've got 2 for the fork mounts just here, and the 4 bottle cage bolts that I need for the seat tube and the down tube. So that's that, titanium gold bottle cage bolts. The next bit of gold accent bling that I've got are these Crank Candy pedal axle end caps. They're basically a 14mm bolt with an Allen key head, and they just fit there on the end of the pedal. So I think that should add just a subtle extra little bit of gold to these all black pedals. And the last little bit of gold I also put on Instagram cost me a whole £1.86. And actually, yeah, it's worth mentioning that these pedal end caps cost me £3 from eBay. So far we've got £10 from Amazon warehouse deals, £3 from eBay, and I put these on Instagram already, but they came in an envelope and then wrapped in a post-it note. But inside this post-it note we have 2 KCNC Presta valve caps. So KCNC might be a brand that's familiar to people that are into making their bike lighter, hill climbers and weight weenies out there. But yeah, for me it's just about the colour on this build. And these were £1.86 including postage. So yeah, super cheap. So the total cost I've got here for the Presta valve caps, the pedal axle end caps, and the bottle cage bolts is just under £15. So I think that's a worthwhile investment for the increased bling effect that I'm going to get from these items. So I'm just going to go ahead and fit them now. These bottle cage bolts should be super simple to fit, literally just a bit of grease and screw them in. Same with the pedal bolts. The Presta valve caps should be simple, but I don't know if you noticed it. This valve is a Presta valve, but actually over here, this is a Schrader inner tube that's currently being used. So I do need to change the inner tube at the front to be able to use these valve caps. The cool thing about fitting these little parts is that I can basically use this one Allen key tool for everything. This has got a 4, a 5 and a 6mm Allen key on it, or hex wrench. And I bought this from Sonder or Alp Kit here in the UK for £5. Super useful tool. I don't use it enough actually. I always end up using my old Allen keys, but this, I can do everything with this one tool. So we've got 4mm for the bottle cage bolts and 6mm for the pedal end cap bolts. So that should work out good. So I'm just going to go ahead and get all this gold bling on the bike, and then I'll check back in with you after. Not quite enough space for this tool on this bottom bottle cage bolt here, so trusty IKEA 4mm Allen key to the rescue.
So now I'm just going to swap out the inner tube in this front wheel to take it from a Schrader to a Presta valve so that I can fit the final gold Presta valve cap. So I pick up these super cheap inner tubes from Wilkinson's, from Wilko here in the UK. So this is a 26" by 1.5 to 2.125 inches Presta valve inner tube. So this should be okay. I'm running 2.1" Billy Bonkers tyres here, so we're just about okay with these. So these Schwalbe Billy Bonkers tyres do have the rotation printed on the side here, and they are to be inflated between 2.0 to 5.5 bar or 30 to 80 psi. So what I've been doing is just making sure that I've got the rotation going in the right direction and pumping them up to 60 psi. So it's sort of midway between the range that you can have them pumped up at. There is one more little component that I need for this job, and these are about 99p for two off eBay, but they're basically a little black plastic ring that fits inside the valve hole here and takes it from a Schrader to a Presta valve diameter. Now I have these from a previous build, so I didn't have to buy them on this occasion, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they're about 99p on eBay. I'm just lining the valve up with the gap between the N and the K in where it says Billy Bonkers here, because that's what I did on the back one. So there we have it, that's 60 psi, and we'll just pop on the last little bit of gold bling in the form of this gold Presta cap. I'm just going to tighten down this lock ring onto that new Schrader to Presta adapter. Some people like these lock rings, some people don't, but I find that they stop the valve from shaking and rattling and making an annoying noise when you're riding. And then just tighten down the valve, and on we go with the valve cap. Bling bling. So that's it for this installment of adding bike bling to the Spindatt Trash and Bash build. Now my 89 Diamond Back Ascent has KCNC gold Presta valve caps, crank candy gold pedal axle caps, a gold KMC X10 EL chain, and these Risk bottle cage bolts in gold titanium. So let me know what you think. I personally think that adding these little subtle touches of gold to the bike and actually having some gold on the frame itself as opposed to just this metallic bronze paint job does help to blend everything together and make it flow seamlessly. Yeah, I'm really hoping to continue to build this bike with real attention to detail, make sure that the whole thing looks like it's meant to be together at the end, and that it doesn't just look like
a really old bike frame with a load of new parts thrown on, but that it merges and blends together. The general impression I've got from comments on YouTube and Instagram is that people just want more gold. People can't get enough of the gold. So there might be a couple more gold bits if you stay tuned. So yeah, please subscribe here on YouTube and follow me on Instagram at TriRealHard to see how much more gold ends up on this bike.